that's what we're gonna do. And if you guys have a preference, please post on there what you would like to see. Okay? And I'd be happy to check it out. This is Leopard 9 in the Bayern. Ooh, is that? I think that's Gamescom camo. Now, as usual, guys, we're gonna open up the replay or the contest here. Let's see. I gotta get Moobot in here. Come on. Where are you? Get in here, Moobot. Rejoin. There we go. Alright. Raffle is open. You know the drill. Exclamation point raffle gets you in for some either a community contributor container or some of the current anniversary containers. Which is kind of nice. You'll get a bunch of anniversary tokens that way. And you can, you know, buy yourself a female captain. Which sounds kind of creepy, hilarious in itself. It's interesting, they haven't updated the window module, the window textures yet on the Bayern. Don't have the transparent bridge like so many of the other newer ships do. Hopefully that'll get updated at some point. Camo looks a little interesting. So anyway, so Leopard is running secondaries, regular XP, commander and regular XP, anti-fire flag, repair party booster, credit booster, speed, which I don't know that you need that in on this ship particularly, and flood reduction, which is a good choice to have. Bayern is a tier 6 ship. It's got pretty devastating guns, assuming that you can make them hit. It's the hard part. Well, I just saw that you've got a shark flag, so I need to get a screeny of you in that shark flag. Like that. There we go. Hey, Ducky. I saw you just sent a replay in. Do you want me to cover that one next? This is a tier 5 and 6 game. That's interesting. The carriers can be a threat to you if you're not careful. Queen Elizabeth, Bayern, Texas, Octo Rev. I mean, if you show them broadside, those will be problems. But I mean, you've got armor up the wazoo. These cruisers though can fire spam the heck out of you, so that's an issue. Definitely, I think it'll be okay. Now, looking at the initial deployment, your Hatsuharu is going decap. There's only one destroyer in each team, so typically you want to stick around with that destroyer if you can. Which I kind of think is what you're going into here. And their destroyer is obviously an A cap, so you need to be thinking about that. I would probably be turning the guns to the right, which it looks like you kind of are doing. I'm not quite sure if that's your plan, but definitely want to be getting those guns to the right. You're looking all over the place now. Standard consumables, you should know by now, premium consumables for the win. And that destroyer is either right here or over here someplace. Either way, the Dallas is not doing anything by hiding behind the island, and he's by himself, so that's going to be a free cap for that destroyer. Meanwhile, your Hatsuharu is being contested by the Nuremberg, which can be an issue. So if I were you, I'd be thinking about trying to get a shot on this Nuremberg. And there's the Nevny as he capped and now can leave. You're not gonna get, yeah. So if you've got somebody here, you want to be far out here in order to get shots on him. But that's kind of hard with your positioning, especially your initial position, I should say, because I mean you're pretty slow. Carriers coming and dropping on the Dallas. I don't know what this Dallas is trying to accomplish here. Looks to me like he's probably going to get dead. Which is really unfortunate, because, you know, he's got defensive fire. So, yeah. Hatsuharu goes down by the Nuremberg. Decent shot there. I would have shot a little bit lower, but still, you got 2 overpens. A little bit too high. Hey Ken, how you doing today, sir? Next target should be this Texas. Texas is getting way too deep. Or, yeah, the Pensacola would be a better target. Get him off the board. Absolutely. Now, he's pretty low on health, so you could do a full broadside like that, or what I like to do is kind of drag over an area in case he dodges. He didn't dodge, so whatever. You're going to have secondaries on the Texas pretty soon here, which is good. Keep your guns ready. The Nevny has been last seen over by Decap, so you should be relatively safe from that. Königsberg coming around here. This is a concern. You've got an AFK Julio Cesare and your New Mexico, who's pink, has no idea. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's going for flank shots or something weird, but whatever. Point is, I mean, you're going to have to be thinking about after this, what do I do next? And after this, what you should do next is head up north here. You need to defend your Bogue, who for some odd reason is sailing in the direction of that entire enemy push. Nevny. Nope, shoot the Nevny. Shoot the Nevny. Come on. You're taking too long here. Okay, you gotta turn hard now. He's probably torped you. Hey Leopard, this is your brother's replay? That's cool. Let him know I'm covering him, and you know, once this gets posted on YouTube, send it out there. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Good job. Keep your guns left now, because what you want to be doing is you want to get out of this and then head back up to the north. Actually, keeping them right would probably be better. Aha! Left click on that Nevny. Control left click on the Nevny so you can get your secondaries going on him. Oh, never mind. Good. Repair party would be good right about now. And also turning around and trying to save these guys would be a good idea. Still haven't used your heal yet. It would be a good idea to use your heal. I would turn to the left here to get all of your guns to bear on this guy, and also to angle against the Octol Rev down there. You are just about into torpedo range now, so you might be thinking about trying to dodge those torpedoes. Hey Edge, blah, how are you guys doing? Thanks for coming to hang out. There's their torpedoes that I was mentioning. You're probably going to end up taking one here. Now, had you gone and turned out, you would have been able to. There goes your heal. You would have been able to get this guy killed a lot earlier. I mean, you're still going to get him killed because for some odd reason he chose to crash into the island. But you know, that's all right. Your Julio is about to die. I mean, he's AFK, so no surprise there. Your carrier got overwhelmed, also no surprise, because he was sailing into the enemy push. There's the enemy Bogue over there, who now you're looking at. I would be looking at this Queen Elizabeth right now, and thinking that this is the person that is your biggest threat. You should also be moving at full speed, because you need to close the distance. The rest of your team is focusing down the Octo Rev, which makes perfect sense. Again, it's that Queen Elizabeth that's going to be your biggest threat. Those of you guys that have just joined us, we're going to be taking a look at the next replay after this. I've got the list on the forums, so just let me know what you guys would like to see. Ducky has also sent in a Zao replay, although I don't know if that's ranked or random. Gunstar, you've never played this map? Seriously? That's hilarious. Alright, those guys traded, so now you gotta be looking to the Queen Elizabeth. There it is. I don't know why you're still looking forward. Maybe you haven't realized that that guy's dead. Hey Shasa, how's it going? What is tier 6? Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you free XP all the ships and stuff, that makes sense. You gotta be turning around, man. You gotta be going straight into C-Cap right now. You gotta head off this Queen Elizabeth. And you gotta kill this Queen Elizabeth before the rest of the ships here can get down to threaten you. If you can do that, you've got a good chance of winning this game. Now this replay file is the largest of the replay files that I got. Generally speaking, the larger the file, the longer the battle. So we're at 10 minutes left in the battle, and it will most likely take the full 10 minutes. So we're just going to have to see how all of this stuff plays out. Warspite is giving you a broadside. That is very useful for you. Your guns are a little short, maybe? No, not bad. 10k almost. That Graf Spee, though, he's in trouble. That's where I think you pushing would have really helped here. Leopard, I know this is your brother. I've mentioned in some of your other replays about exerting your dominance as a battleship. There's no reason for the cruisers to be in front of you. Really, ideally, you should be in front of the cruisers. They should be behind you, relatively safely firing shots at these battleships. We see this a lot, especially at the low tiers, but we even see it at the high tiers as well, where battleships like to sit in the back. And generally speaking, it's not the best place for them. Gunstar, yeah, the 4 cap points are an interesting concept, especially with the islands in the middle there. It allows for you to rapidly position from one side to the next. Okay, control-click the fighters. I'm guessing that's what you're doing right now. Or I'm sorry, the torpedo bombers. Amrak, how's it going? Seabear, hello. Ironically, this is good music for what we're seeing here. Slow down. Gonna take 2. Seabear, we're raffling for the usual, man. You're looking for community contributor container or anniversary containers. Now, I'd like to be. I mean, if you're not willing to go up to the Queen Elizabeth, I'd like to see you over here, preventing the push in from the Pensacola. Mexico finally died. Amazed he survived as long as he did, being focused by, what, 3-4 ships? Let's find the CV. There's really no need for that. His bombers are out. His torpedo bombers took a big hit from when he dropped on you, so you don't really need to worry about the carrier at all. I think you're far better off dealing with the cruisers and trying to get them off the board. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because there's really not much that's going to be going on for a while here. I mean, we're just seeing you shoot at the carrier. This is what we see a lot of people do, is they get really excited and they completely ignore the fact that, hey, look, here's a broadside cruiser you can shoot that will have a much bigger impact on the game. Instead, they just tunnel vision. And they're like, oh my god, a carrier. And they start like, it's like they're like foaming at the mouth or something. Like, oh, I'm gonna shoot the carrier, got to kill the carrier. And, I mean, look at what's happening. You've just lost the game. And the carrier survived anyway, so what's it matter? Yeah, I mean, the Bogue makes a great target. I'll tell you what, and some people might say I'm making fun of you. I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm trying to say this is what a lot of people will do in this kind of situation. I'll give you an example of that. We did King of the Sea once, okay? This is a competitive game mode with some of the best players on the server, and it was a cross-server challenge. That was back when I was working with APOC with the Supremacy League, and we were invited to play against the EU folk. So we played with them, and I mean, I'm not the best carrier player. They wanted me in carrier, but okay, fine. And I couldn't do it. So finally, I'm like, guys, can I take a Lexington? And I made it air superiority. Back then, it was like 2 fighters and 2 bombers. And everybody's like, what the hell are you doing? Chat exploded. Everybody's like, these guys are noobs and all that kind of stuff. And you know what happened? Number one, my planes didn't die because they were American planes, so they didn't follow the sky like paper planes, which is nice. And number two, this is the best part. I actually used the carrier to my advantage, and I bow tanked a bunch of enemies. They saw me, and I purposely drove into view range, and they started shooting me instead of my teammates. And of course, my teammates were able to use that to their advantage and take them out and that sort of thing. So what I'm getting at is that even though I was talking about that happening at low tiers, it even happens among competitive players. They're like, oh my god, there's the carrier, we got to take it out, and we got to do everything we can to take it out. So and by the way, we won that game, and I just would like to point out that was the only game that the NA server teams won in that cross-server clash. The only game, and it was in a Lexington carrier. So screw the meta, screw all that stuff about what's good, what's bad, and stuff like that. You play your ship, and you play the best of your abilities. And that's all there is to it. Anyway, sorry, I'll get off my my soapbox now. I'm going to do my raffle, guys. I need to know what you would like to see next. On the list here, I'm going to post it once again into Twitch chat there. Leopard, thanks for sending that in. I know you said it's your brother's replay. I don't know if he actually wanted to get some sort of feedback or if that was an accidental submission. Either way, there you go. You got something out of it. SAT, man, that video that you posted on Reddit, and guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go on to Reddit and look up the video that he posted. It is so freaking hilarious, especially if you've seen the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. It's awesome. Blas, congratulations. SAT, yeah, right? Before that. So Blas, tell me, do you want a community contributor container or do you want a anniversary, 3 anniversary containers is what it is. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad I was able to give him some feedback. When I do release it, I'll probably ping you on the forums, but obviously you'll see it, send it to your brother and stuff like that. So overall feedback, I would just say, yeah, Ducky, the ones you can buy in the shop. I have a video on what's in them and stuff. It's like, I don't remember how many anniversary tokens, but it's more than the standard. Anyway, so getting back to your replay, I would say just tell your brother one of the biggest things is to work on keeping that pressure strong, realizing when he needs to take over as the punching bag. And he's in the perfect ship with that to be the punching bag. And so, just putting that out there. Okay, so I see Worcester in ranked. So let's do Worcester in